what you waited for. Whoa. Been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. Whoa. Buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting for me. Back all night. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before. But it feels like home. Take my hand, will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, every night I lie in bed, brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see, a million dreams is all it's gonna take. Over you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please kindly rise for the bride?
So keep saying our hands are tied. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna set a flag, gonna drown 'em out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. But if we rewrite the stars, so you were meant to be mine, nothing can keep us apart.
Who gives this woman to this one? Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, can we hear it for the happy couple? Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you two have been many things to one another, and you've learned much from one another. Shortly, you will say a few words that'll take you across the threshold of life, and things between you two will never be quite the same. For after today, you will say to the world, "This is my husband. This is my wife." In marriage, love is more than a feeling. It's an action. Love is the commitment you make to be present in your marriage, demonstrating your love through what you do and what you say. It's being there for each other every day, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health. And it's also having someone to laugh with, to hug and snuggle with on cold nights. It's also having someone pulling at the inside joke that only you two will ever understand. It's a vulnerability and sharing that is found nowhere else. Marriage is believing in each other, cheering on each other in life. It's someone that you know feels the same way about you as you feel about them. Marriage is having a confidant, a partner in crime, and a best friend. Now together, up to this point, you two have built an amazing life. And your decision to keep building an even more amazing life, but as a married couple. So ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to celebrate. I'm going to do that again. To celebrate life's most amazing moments. The joining of two hearts. And in this ceremony today, we'll witness the joining of Dominic and Tenaya in marriage. Tenaya, that's right, Tenaya. Forgive me, Tenaya. For you, out of the routine of ordinary life, the extraordinary has happened. You met each other, fell in love, and are finalizing with your wedding here today. Romance is fun, but true love is something far more, and is your desire to love each other for life, and that is what we are celebrating here today. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands like you're doing right now. It is remembering to say I love you at least once a day. Did you say I love you? Oh, we haven't seen each other. I'm sure you're well. There you go. Well on your way. It is standing together and facing the world, speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget, giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It's the common search for the good and the beautiful, and it's not only marrying the right person, it's being the right partner. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're probably wondering, how did these two meet? Are you wondering that? Good, well good, I'm going to tell you the story. It all began on January 1st, 2019, the very first day of a brand new year. They met at OG's restaurant, where they chatted for a while, shared a few smiles, and when she finished her dinner, Dominic, well, he decided to go for dessert, which was a kiss. She was shocked, yes she was, but that kiss turned into a promise of something extraordinary. And just like that, he asked her out on a very first date. Whale watching. Little fishy that was, but let's just say, ladies and gentlemen, that reeled her in. So off they went, a small boat, on a 3-hour tour. Thank you. Now, how many whales did they see out on that adventure? Not a single one. She had seasickness, and they headed to shore. But before she left for home, he stood in front of her and said, "I'm sorry we didn't see any whales. I was practicing looking earlier just for you." And she thought that was the sweetest thing. And you know what? She is still waiting to see that whale. But she found something much better than that, ladies and gentlemen. She found him. Can I get an awe? Now, from the beginning, she could tell the kind of man that he is. When she met his children, she knew instantly he was a wonderful father, patient, dedicated, and endlessly loving. As time went on, she realized she never felt quite complete unless he was by her side. Can I get an awe? And as for him, it was quite simple. She was the sweetest woman he had ever met. She brought out the best in him, made him feel incredible, laugh at her silliness, and showed him what happiness truly meant. Can I get an all? Now, ladies and gentlemen, with a show of hands, who do you think said I love you first? If it was the bride, please raise your hand if you think the bride said I love you first. All right. And if it was the groom, please raise your hand to see. Ladies and gentlemen, overwhelmingly, but let's find out the story. Well, it happened about 6 months in on his birthday. She arranged a celebration aboard a horn-blowing cruise, a 3-hour tour. Thank you. And of course, as the sun set over the water, he found a quiet spot on the stern of the boat, and with the sky glowing behind them, he told her that he loved her. And from that moment forward, it was smooth sailing. Now, 4 years later, he decided to ask the biggest question of his life. At that time, ladies and gentlemen, there was no boats. They hopped on his motorcycle and rode for hours before stopping at a winery in Ramona, the very first one he had ever taken her to. They sat overlooking the vines, and while she admired the view, he secretly retrieved the ring from her backpack where she had been wearing the whole entire time. And when she turned around, helmet, hair, and all, there he was, down on one knee, shaking with nerves. He asked her to spend forever with her, and of course she said yes, and the crowd went wild. Now he, ladies and gentlemen, is a brilliant mechanical engineer, and she is a compassionate nurse. One is logical, the other is nurturing, perfect complements. Even in their differences, they're in sync. He loves Frank Sinatra, Billy Joel, and 90s rock, and she is more Michael Bublé, country, and soft rock. Together, their worlds blend beautifully, and they love adventuring together, whether it's road trips, concerts, pool days, motorcycle rides, camping or glamping, lazy days at the beach, or simply binge watching their favorite shows. And somehow they often to be thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time. Family is everything to them. Nathan, the strong one you'll find at the gym or video editing. Jackson, who's happiest outside exploring on his bike or skateboard. Nicholas, the young entrepreneur, busy making deals, playing soccer or basketball. And of course, their four babies, Lolita, the lovable pup, and Lucy, their sweet cat, who's been with them since they were just 5 weeks old. Now, when asked to describe one another, she calls him patient, loyal, smart, intriguing, a cat dad, hard worker, and yes, a man who loves to laugh at his own dad jokes, although she insists she's the funniest one. And he says that she is his best friend. So much fun, loving, a great mother, an incredible heart that's filled with compassion, a thinker and a giver. He is so glad he took that first chance, and he cannot wait to be her husband. Together, they look forward to traveling, creating memories, and growing as a family. They know life won't always be easy, but that's what makes the good times even sweeter. They are ready to face everything hand in hand, loving each other more every single day. So ladies and gentlemen, their story began with a kiss at a restaurant, a promise on the water, a proposal overlooking the vines, and today it continues as they say, I do, ready to sail into forever. Are we ready to celebrate? Yeah! And at this time, the couple has written their vows. Who would like to go first?
Yeah. From the moment we met, something felt different. I didn't know then that a simple dinner would turn into a lifetime. But looking back, I realized it was the start of the best chapter of my life. You're my partner, my best friend, my mom. You made me laugh at myself. You believe in me when I doubt, and you see the best in me even when I don't. I admire you for your compassion, your strength, and the way you care so deeply for everyone around you. I vow to love you for the rest of my life, to grow with you and not apart, to make my accomplishments ours, and your challenges mine. I promise to listen, be patient, be honest, and always fight for us. I vow to celebrate you, your dreams, your passions. When you're feeling low, I will lift you up or get you a Gatorade. I also vow to love, honor, and protect the family we share together. Nathan, Jackson, Nicholas, and our 4 children too. I promise to always be present, supportive, encouraging, and to create a home filled with unconditional love, laughter, and respect. I promise to keep laughing with you, to keep adventuring with you, and to keep creating little moments to make our relationship special. I will love you on the ordinary days as much as the big ones. I will love you during quiet nights at home and on the big adventures. Tenaya, I choose you today, and I will choose you every day for the rest of my life. I give myself to you completely, to the beautiful life and family you will build together.
Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. That was beautiful.
not expecting to meet the man I would spend the rest of my life with. The same holds true if things happen you didn't expect them. At a young age, I learned that we sometimes lose the one we love. I've known heartache, loneliness, and disappointment. In the beginning of our relationship, early on, I knew that I loved you. I tried really hard to keep you at a distance to protect my heart. Over and over again, you proved to me that no matter how difficult I may be or how hard I may try to push you away, that you would always be there for me. We've experienced many fun adventures together, and we've experienced some difficult losses too. In my saddest moments, you have never complained. You've always stepped up and you did whatever I needed you to do. You supported me and you helped me plan for whatever challenges I had to face. In the dark, literally, you held my hand because I'm a little blind. You have gotten up in the middle of the night numerous times to check to see if my sugars are low because I feel clammy, because my pumps in my phone are alarming, or because I needed Gatorade, and you never complained. We've already known love for a while, for better and for worse. I am very grateful for you and for your caring heart. Over the years, I've seen the way that my wonderfully, mostly made-up jokes and dances amuse you. I am unique and I love my uniqueness, and I love that it makes you smile. I promise to continue to enlighten your life with really bad jokes. I promise to celebrate your accomplishments with you. I promise to support you wanting another fur child. I promise to let you be the captain of our ship of love and life. I vow to be your anchor, sail, starboard, port, bow, and stern. I know my baby family are in touch right now. To our kids, I will always do my best to listen. I will be here for advice, support, and any help you may need. Thank you for being here for our big day with us. I'm looking forward to many more adventures with you. I look forward to our future together. I hope to travel more, to set sail on the seas, to long drives, and to one day have our butterfly garden where we sip tea and wine. I look forward to vacationing with you in a fancy treehouse for the first time for both of us. As we continue to venture and make memories, I vow to be the lady of your sea.
Let's hear it for beautiful. Beautiful.
As you two step forward into this beautiful adventure called marriage, remember that happiness is not a destination. It's a journey that you two will create together. Small moments of love, kindness, and understanding will nourish your union. Continue to hold each other's hearts with care, never forgetting to laugh together, to dream together, to support one another in all things. Allow your love to grow, expand, and transform. For this journey is not about the path that you two will walk together, but the magic that you two will create along the way. Remember that marriage is a partnership built on respect, trust, and shared values. It's a co-creation where both of you bring your fullest selves, your dreams, your hopes, your fears, and your light, and your shadow. When you weave these together, you create something greater than either of you alone would have ever dreamed. In times of challenge, lean into one another. And in times of joy, share the bounty of life's blessings. Be patient with one another, be flexible, and most importantly, keep your hearts open to the infinite possibilities that life will bring. Dominic, I have some questions. These are big questions, and the typical answer that everybody is waiting for is I do. Dominic, you take Tenaya to be your wife. Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, protect her, forsaking all others and holding only unto her forevermore?
I do.
Tenaya, do you take Dominic to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, protect him, forsaking all others and holding only unto him forevermore?
Yes.
All right, now who has those rings? Now the ring is a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love freely be given has no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver, for each is the giver and each is the receiver. And may these rings always remind you of the vows you have taken here today.
I, Dominic, take you, Tenaya, to be my wife, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, in joy and sorrow. I promise my love to you. And with this ring, I take you as my wife, for as long as we both shall live.
All right, now show that off. Show that. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen.
I, Tenaya, take you, Dominic, to be my husband, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, for richer or poor, in joy and sorrow. I promise my love to you. And with this ring, I take you as my husband, for as long as we both shall live. Oh, yeah.
All right, now both of you show that off to everybody. Let's see that. Let's see those rings. Let's see that. Let's hear it. Let's hear it for them. To make your relationship work will take love. This is the core of your marriage and why you two are here together today. It will take trust to know that in your hearts you truly want what is best for one another. It will take dedication to stay open to one another, to learn and to grow together, and will take faith to go forward without exactly knowing what the future will bring. And will take commitment to hold true to the journey you both are pledged here today. So ladies and gentlemen, these two have said their vows, their I do's, exchanged their rings, and promised to love each other for life. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to celebrate this moment? Yeah! It is with great honor and privilege, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the happily married couple. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for them.
You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by.
Let's hear it for the happy couple, ladies and gentlemen.
dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. Look at each other. And I'm free.
All right, come on, let's hear some more noise for the happy couple. There we go.
It's just you know how.
Buddy from near and far, Dominic. We really appreciate you all being here, and I hope you're having fun. We're having fun, and uh, just want to say thanks. Anything you want to say to it?
A lot of people came there before, and everybody appreciates that. And thank you. Right today.
And then we'll probably have you put them like this side. And then Tenaya, if you want to put your hand on top so that we can get the ring. So you'll actually hold it, Dominic. And then you'll use this hand with the ring on top. And you'll cut and then
All right, one smile right here really quick. There you go. One more time. All right, go ahead and cut the cake.
Is that right?
Yeah, wherever you need. And then we'll do a kiss.
It's like, you know how long it took to do this? And how much money? Well, no!
All right, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Joe Wallace. I'm the best man. I've known Dominic for almost 30 years now. We grew up together in Fairfax, Virginia, in a neighborhood suburb just outside Washington, D.C. So Dominic and I are similar in some regards and different in many others. And a couple weeks ago, I was texting with Dom, and he was telling me about this $1,000 toolkit that he bought to fix whatever it is, the things that he fixes. I don't even know. And just a couple days before that, I had bought a 30-piece toolkit that's sold in pink or blue. Literally. So anyways, despite all those differences, I feel like I'm in a unique position here as his best friend to kind of let people know, for some of you that maybe don't know Dominic quite as well, to be able to let you know kind of what kind of guy you're getting. So, but Dominic's the kind of guy that sees a trash can as an opportunity. So when we were kids, Dominic saw a trash can, like the type you wheel out to the curb with the wheels on it, okay? He said, if we flip this thing on its stomach, somebody can get inside this trash can and I can tow them with my moped. Now, fortunately, Dom was smart enough to say, I'm gonna drive the moped. He's not gonna ride the trash can. I was smart enough to realize I ain't riding in that trash can. And so, my buddy Robbie, not quite as smart, he was the one that actually did this. And there's actually video of this. Dom will show it to you. He has it somewhere. I know he sent it to me. He sent it to me sometime in the last couple of years. But this is an absolutely true story. Dominic's also the kind of guy, when you travel with him, he's always going to make sure he's comfortable first. Okay? So Dominic and I have been doing a ski trip for how many years is it now? 7 years, 8 years, something like that. And this trip, I look forward to this trip every single year. Okay, so this is just the guys on the mountain skiing all day. Boys dinner at night. It's just awesome. So we get to they all arrive at the airport. We all get the rental car. We're all excited to get out there, and we get to the condo. Dom always makes sure that he gets the nicest room and the nicest bathroom to himself. Now today, I can't think of any reason why you guys would ever stay in separate rooms, but if for some reason you're traveling and you guys are going to be in separate rooms, just know Dom's always going to get the nice room. And Dominic is also the kind of guy that brings people into your life, people named Mott. Mott, where are you at, brother? You're here somewhere. He's right over there. So I have spent days with this guy. We've spent thousands of dollars back and forth between each other on dinners, skiing, all sorts of things. I don't even know this guy's first name. I don't have a clue. Not a clue. But he's a great guy. And there's another one, Skip. I don't know what his first name is either. But, so anyways, today you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? But know that Dominic is also a dedicated father, a loyal husband, and a great friend. Woo! Woo! Thanks, Cheers!
Great job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And now we'd like to bring up Ruth Burns.
So, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ruth, and I have had the luck to be a friend of this young lady for a long time, since we were 8 years old. We actually met in gymnastics. I used to borrow her leotards. Now, that is usually how she introduces me to people, so I was stealing her line. But, of course, there was more than gymnastics. We also did cheerleading. We've done a lot of road trips over the years and late night chats. And, gosh, we worked together for years, so there's a lot of memories there. But I would say, to be fair, I know her pretty well at this point, and to summarize it in the most precise way I possibly can, I can say the thing that makes Tenaya so special is perfect. I've never met anyone who loves as food and as people as this way, and I'm just really honored to be part of that. And hopefully I've had an impact on their lives too. Like I said, there's a lot of memories there, but There's one I want to share, and I don't know if you remember it or not, but Tenaya suffers from a little bit of anxiety. You know that about her. So one night she calls me, and she's like, Ruth, I just don't know about this. What if it is in heartbreak? What if my husband married to me? And just, I'm panicking here. It just feels really like a rough spot. And I told her, and I said it without a doubt in my mind. I said, Dominic's the one. I just know. And I said this a long time ago. I mean, I just knew it because I know her so well. Sometimes you can just tell, and your friends is not very much. So, you know what to do. Now, another trait that Tenaya has is that she's a pretty patient. I do not share that characteristic. Tenaya's waited a long time for this day, but for me and my husband, it was a little different. After about a year dating, I came up and told him, hey, mister, the free trial's over. It's time to subscribe. So, you know, Tenaya's now here where she's meant to be after that long wait. So I'm glad she is a patient person. Anyway, I am just so thrilled today and see you solidify your love and your family with Nicholas and Jackson and my sweet love, Nathan, who is like a son to me. And I know they're looking forward to this next chapter in your life. It's going to be beautiful. So let's raise a glass, everybody, and cheers to Nia and Dominic to their new adventures and life and happiness together.
Cheers. All right, fantastic, folks.
Really?
And now it's time for Ruth's karaoke, because I've got the mic.
Astray.